wondering, with all of the known facts now, where the Biden administration is under an impeachment inquiry, and the media, the mainstream media, has been so organized criminals and not revealing to us American citizens the truth about anything. In fact, I think they're bought and paid for also by some individuals. And is there any ramifications? Are they considered organized criminals that we could take action against the mainstream media?
Hey, real quick, Brad, and I'd like to just put this in there with her. Remember a few months ago or weeks ago, cocaine found in the White House. Absolutely, it was found. And then magically, the story just vanished from the American papers. Why did that vanish? This was a high crime in the White House, and nothing more was said about it. The American news media, again, lets the American people down every single time to tell them the truth of what's going on. Your thoughts?
You are correct, and our news media is not what it used to be. The days of Frank Reynolds at ABC, where I could listen to it and watch it and be confident that I'm getting accurate information, that's totally gone. And unfortunately, it's very difficult to in any way prosecute a news media source based on the fact that they withheld information or provided distorted information or even false information. They can be sued for libel and slander, but it's very difficult to do that, especially if it's a person of a public figure who's making the allegation of libel and slander. They have to show not only that the information was factually incorrect, not just an opinion, but factually incorrect, and that the reporter knew that it was not correct, and the reporter did this with a malicious intent. That's very, very difficult for a public figure to prove, and that's usually what we're talking about when we're talking about these kind of errant reporting of the news regarding people like Donald Trump and how things are not being he's not treated fairly in the media. So it's very difficult to do that. However, what we can do is we can be supportive of those news media outlets, et cetera, that are providing it. For example, I don't even watch Fox News much anymore. I usually watch Newsmax. I found Newsmax is more reliable. Programming on things like the CSN network, it's very reliable. It's not beholden to George Soros or anyone else. And then also newsletters and things. Like we have a newsletter called The Legal Insider talking all about our cases. Most of our cases, they don't get reported on in the news. Even though they're very significant precedent-setting cases, constitutional cases. And people, I encourage them to make an effort to not just look at mainstream media, but get multiple sources of media and news. If there is libel and slander, it's more likely going to be a case involving an individual who's not a public figure, who's having a misrepresentation. We've seen that happen before, and those individuals were able to sue and do very well in their litigation. Public figures, though, is much more difficult for the reasons I stated.